estate broker. I'm the assistant over here at Homes of Heights to Yvonne and Raquel and Shelly and now Andrew. So I'm busy than the son of a gun. Today I'm bringing to you is January 7th, 2023. And what I'm bringing you out today is the top 7 homes in the 400s with the pool, recently built, big homes, 3,000 plus square feet or very close to it. So we're going to get started right now. I have this home list right here is amazing. What's cool about buying a home during the winter is that the prices are a little bit cheaper. And the reason why most of the time is, I would say about 80% of the time, the homeowners are urgent to sell their property because they know not to list their property during the winter. So it's already an obvious note that, hey, they're kind of urgent to sell their property. Now you couple that with the things that have been happening with the market and it's kind of cooling down. This offers a great opportunity if you're looking to buy a property with the pool, because remember, you never really want to add a pool to a property because you're really never going to get most of that money back. You're going to lose. Most of these pools cost about $70,000 to $100,000. Okay, maybe 50 to 100, just a plain regular pool, maybe a little curve to it or something. It's going to cost about $50,000 minimum. But a lot of these, they go all out. They'll get a secondary, mortgage on the property, or maybe they got a big bonus at work. And these pools can run $100,000 pretty easily, especially during peak season, like when all the contractors are very busy. Okay, so we're gonna get started right now. I hope that you can hear my sound and everything's good. Actually, I can probably just check it real quick. If you have any questions, by the way, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna hide this one. Let's see here. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna delete this. There, it's okay. Let me open this real quick. Let me show you. We're gonna get started right now. The first home right here is in the 400s. Okay. Let me pull it up. Okay. So this huge home. Let me first get started right here. Now, first disclosure, because the name of our company is Homes of Heights. I was born and raised, and a lot of people that work here were born and raised in Houston Heights. Our name of our company is homesofheights.com. And yeah, we focus on the Heights, but because the Heights in the Inner Loop area has gone so expensive, we have been forced to sell properties outside the Heights. So just full disclosure, but if you don't want to look at the homes that are, in the Heights and go ahead and close this video, you don't have to look at it, because I get a lot of complaints. I'm like, Homes of Heights, this house is not in the Heights. I'm like, if this house was in the Heights with the pool, 3,000 square feet, it'd be about $1.5 million. The reason why I know is because I just sold one on 27th Street. It was $1.5 million with a 5,000 square foot home without a pool. So it's like, you cannot get this type of home in the Heights Inner Loop area. There's no way, no how. There's just no way. Well, maybe out there in 5th Ward, over there, like over there by Lions Road over there, if you go east, you might be able to get something like this, maybe 700,000 or something like that. Yeah, you can forget that. So full disclosure, house is not in the Heights Inner Loop. This is 25 minutes away. Close the browser down if you don't want to look at this. Now, okay, so the first one we're going to be looking at is in the 400s, okay? High 400s, but in the 400s. It's just recently marketed. It's been recently reduced and was placed on the market 3 months ago, which tells us that we have a little bit of negotiation. But because it was in the high 500 and something $1,000 was originally listed at, they missed that wave where they can, sell their house at the high end. Number one, just as besides this video, but going at 520, they should have put it at 499 and go to multiple offer situation, get multiple contracts and drive that price higher. But that's just a whole nother story. That's about selling a house. That's how you get the little buzz going whenever you need to sell your property. FYI, okay? Let me just check my volume real quick. Sometimes I'm talking and people can't hear me. I'm always like checking it. Let's take a look. Look at my profile. I hope you guys are doing wonderful, by the way. Let's take a look here. I think it is. Yeah, I think so. All right, we're good. All right, so here we go. Okay, so this house right here sits on an oversized lot at 6,322 square foot. The lot. Now, keep in mind, the average lot is 5,000 square foot in Interloop, Houston area. This is an oversized lot. Now, he was smart about the way he made his pool, because some people will make it too big of a pool and it doesn't fit on their lot and it drives all the green grass. So he put a medium-sized pool. He put in a medium-sized pool. And he put in a medium-sized pool that allows some greenery right there. Now, then he has his pool. That's cool because the kids can run around. The dog is running around, having a good time. Now, notice you have an under porch area. It has a little under porch area so you can do some cooking. A lot of people don't see the value in that, but because it's covered, you can, during the rain or something, or the sun is so strong in Houston that it allows you to maybe just sit there and watch over the kids. They're having a great time throwing the volleyball around, maybe throwing that football around. Kids are actually catching it, falling into the pool. Maybe their friends came over, with the family, there's a barbecue going on. You don't know. This is gonna bring all the events to your property. This could be a good or bad thing, right? Families always coming over, enjoying your pool, and it's gonna save you money. You don't have to go out and spend money. So yeah, if you always wanted a house with a pool, this is it. So let's look at it a little bit more. Okay. Oh, just FYI, the house is 3,000 plus square feet. So it is a huge home. It's the footprint of it. Now, because it's 2-story with 1,500 square feet on top of each other, but it's a big house. And it was built in 2019, so it's a recent build in the 400s. Go here, nice, okay. This is the front of the house, and notice the parking. He has 2 extra parking spaces in front, so 2 and 2, so 4 cars or a boat, or maybe you put in a jet ski because the lake is nearby. It's a brick finish, 2-story, new roof, of course, because it's built in 2019. It's a great home, a lot of frontage available. I like that the neighbors are very well kept. If you notice, the neighbor has that US S-Class 500. It's important because you want to live around neighbors that take pride in their home as well. Even though this one does have a HOA. For those who are not familiar with an HOA is a homeowner association that enforces rules on the neighborhood. So you couldn't paint this house pink. Unlike the Houston Heights, where there's no deed restrictions. So they could be a double-edged sword living in the Houston Interloop because of the no deed restrictions. So, if a guy wants to open up a club on his property, then with no deed restrictions, it's possible. If he wants to open up a tire shop, it's possible. If he wants to open up a swingers club, it's possible. You get the right licensing, you can run a business right up. This is the double-edged sword of the HOA. So some people don't like the regulations, but on the back end, these things, they're forced to keep their property up and to abide by the rules. So, this is perfect. So all the neighbors have pools. What's that going to do? It's going to drive that price up. It's going to keep your values up and keep going up. This one had about a 10% increase in value recently, and I think we should probably see that probably about anywhere with this market, maybe 5 to 7% per month. Go here, over the top view, nice front view. Like I said, they have the nice, look at that clean driveway. And this man or this woman is keeping up this property greatly. They stained the front fence. I like that. If I was you, I'd add a little stone here. Just a little something. I feel like we're missing something on the front of this house. I don't know. I feel like I would add the stone, get HOA permission. That'll probably cost me about $3,000 to $5,000, but that'll keep the values, keep the trends up. I would also throw, instead of that gray doors, I need to find out what that is. On the side of the little shutters, window shutters, fake window shutters. I would get those hardcore black if possible. Match that with the front door, match that with the garage door. Those are some good touches that just make your house look a little different, and you have to stay with the time. You have to keep your house up, you can't let it start looking old. And this looks good, but I think it could be a little bit better. Okay, so let's go in the front. So we got that front porch. Let's take a look. I'm gonna show you real quick. Oh, that's amazing. There's a lot of So we have a nearby, in the neighborhood association, we have a lot of benefits. So they got like a little clubhouse here with a little lake, and you can feed the dogs, do some jogging around the trail. It's some cool things living 20 to 25 minutes away from the inner loop. And I mean, keep in mind, this house in the Houston inner loop area was $1 million. Probably, I would say $2 million. And so this property is just 20-25 minutes away from the inner loop, away from downtown. It could save you tons of money. And a lot of people think, I would have just get a 1,200 or 700 square foot home in the Houston Heights area, and I can walk to coffee shops, and that's fantastic. I love that. I've done it myself, but when you're forced, you have kids coming, you're planning kids, it's hard to live in that Houston inner loop area. And then you want to live in the best areas with the walkability. You're not losing walkability by living out in the suburbs, because we have our own coffee shops. It's just in a different environment where it's a city on its own. Once you get out there, you're working from home, you're working remotely. You don't have to drive into the town most of the time. A lot of people working at home. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. So let's take a look at a little bit more. That's the clubhouse. We got a lot of clubhouse stuff. We got a little park here for the kids. We got a dog park around here. This is an overall the dog park. Look at that. We even have a common area pool here. This is like your own event center. So even if you if you wanted to throw like a birthday party, or maybe 50 people are going to show up, you can reserve this area with your family. So this is a great opportunity just in the 400s. Come on, folks. I mean, this is fantastic. Let's try to get here. I want to look at a little bit more inside. So looking at inside the house, we got the hardwood floors. We got the two-tone paint by Sherwin-Williams. We got the grays against the white on the molding. That's part. Now look at all the molding on the left, and we have molding going across the frames. All that is these accent points. This guy really did a good job. Maybe his wife or somebody over there knows interior design. I like the little side bench, by the way. High ceilings. When you walk into the 4A, the entrance area, though, the grand entrance, it's the first thing people see. That's why people will put chandeliers in their house. So that's the first thing. It's the thing. It's like have you ever heard of first impressions matter? Well, when you drive up the house, that's an impression. When you walk in, that's an impression. When you go out to the backyard, that's an impression. So all this stuff matters. So let's keep going. So we got here. Walk into the left. We have a formal dining area. Oh my God, that's just beautiful. Can you imagine walking in? It has that swivel staircase a little bit. It swirls, and that's custom, folks. A lot of people will, 99% of builders will drive from, straight, just for the reason it's a lot cheaper. It takes a lot more wood. It takes a lot more architecture. It takes a lot more engineering and installing the wood. I personally know, because we build new homes. So then we have the wrought iron staircase against the dark wood stain that matches the floor. It's amazing. Look at the little lighting fixtures here. That little bronze, I like that. Very nice, very nicely done. Now another view here. So here's the kitchen. Now that kitchen is, if you notice, it's facing towards the living room. It's facing towards that living area. So imagine, the football's game here. We got people in the pool. We got some fajitas going. We got a steak going. Somebody asks for a beer. Uncle Joe asks for a beer. Asks for another hot dog. You pop off here. You put it on the top of the counter. Easy, and you're laughing, enjoying the day. Kids are running somewhere, just having a damn good time. Now we come through here. Now I want to notice. I want you to notice one thing here. We have the gas fireplace here. Very, very important for those people that like cooking. Gas is just way better than electric. If you have electric, I've never really seen anybody in my almost 20 years in real estate. They get electric and they're like, I can just put the gas, but they never do it. I never seen anybody do it. I want to ask you in the comments, have you ever seen anybody get an electric and then change all the gas and the fittings? No, I haven't either. They always say they're going to do, they haven't. Very interesting. Even when I put the gas line, remember that house that I built on 19th Street? And I wanted the gas line I wanted to add a gas line to the outdoor kitchen. but because it was so expensive, I didn't do it. It was like $700 or maybe $2,000. It was expensive, and that's my cost building homes. So yeah, it's easier if it's just gas pump. Anyways, we got the stainless steel appliances here, and the undermount sink is super important. The reason why it's so important is because you're able to clean that dirt and swipe it into the sink. Real easy to clean. Look here. Now, okay, so the granite is not all that. It's that level 1 granite we put in some builder spec homes. It's not all that. This is a very cheap granite, but we can easily change that out. You know, to change that out with this type of home, you're probably looking at about $3,000 to $4,500. And what I would do is throw in that same depth that looks like 3-inch, looks like a 3-inch or maybe 2-inch, and I would throw that bullnose against it with a marble. That'll make it just like whoa, you know, because you get a little bonus. Let's put the stone let's put the stone on there. Let's put the marble, and this is just gonna make your house stand above the rest. Because eventually you are gonna sell it, Now, a breakfast nook here. Remember, we do have formal dining, and you see the outdoor kitchen here. Notice the big living room. So this living room here looks like a 3-foot. Looks like a big couch. So that looks like about 9 foot by 8 foot. That's how big this living room area is. Take a look. Look at that. It's huge. And he has a love seat there. That just goes to show you how big this house is. It's crazy. You couldn't get this house in the Heights for no less than $1.5 million. So here we got, this is the master bedroom. And the master bedroom is on the first floor, which is super important. Because, as you're getting older, your knees will start hurting, just like mine will start hurting. That's why it's so important to have the master bedroom down. Do you know they changed the name from master bedroom in real estate to main bedroom or something like that because of, the history of when they say master, it's pretty interesting, right? It's crazy. The word master it's no longer, a master bedroom's not a part of real estate anymore. Now we call it the main bedroom. That's crazy. But I understand what that means. But notice they have the carpet in here, and a lot of people are okay with carpet. But if you want to keep your house on the, up to date, I would go ahead and match that wood floors and throw in a nice carpet, just a rolled out carpet underneath that main bedroom. Definitely, I'll throw some artwork here. Yeah, this little cover here is not going to work out. Yeah, okay, so we got the standard Jack and Jill bathroom with separated garden tub and shower, which is good. But as you can see, it can use a little bit of love, This is okay. When you move in, I would do some changes like we're talking about. You want to keep these things up, I would, I definitely change that out. Get a little bit extra cash. Big walk-in closet is packed to the rim. He has a dedicated office area here. And this is great if you're working at home. An area where it's just no TVs, complete silence, and you can focus on getting work. This is the view from the second level looking down. Now, they have a baby here, so, if we need to get a paint allowance, we can just to do this quick wall. But you may like it, and maybe you have a son or something, you're using this little baby area, right? It might be fantastic. If you're expecting a family, it's a secondary bath. I think this is, pretty standard. We do have a game room up here. Now, the game room is wonderful, and it's just the right size for a pool table. Maybe you want to put in little air hockey, something like that. This will make it so entertaining. It's fantastic when, we were talking about kids and stuff, because you have them at home. You can keep an eye on them. It's so important to keep an eye on your kids, because they can get in trouble. Guess what? When the friends come over, it could be a pain in the butt sometimes having their friends over, but you can kind of talk with their friends and get to know them, see who they're hanging out. But you're doing all this on the cool, kind of, on the down low. You're not like going out. No, their friends are coming. You get to know their character. You can decide if they're able to be friends with them more, because it's very important that kids. I hope you guys, a agree with me on this. Their friends really matter, who they're growing up with. That's why it's so important. Some of the to live in a good neighborhood. You know, I wasn't able to have that, and I luckily, I'm gonna say luckily, made it out of the hood there. You know, I got lucky. You know, no father or anything, just drugs everywhere. So, anyways, let's move on to the next listing. I'm gonna go and move here. Now, this one was just listed about 2 months ago. It was $550,000. It has a 3-car garage, 2,600 square feet. But let me tell you something, folks. This is gonna blow your socks off. This is 25,000 square foot lot. Just so you can understand, a 25,000 square foot lot is 50,000 square foot is a city block. Yeah, repeat that. It's a city block. I want to make sure that this is fine. See if I got a lot of comments coming in here. I got my volume too high. Good thing I checked it. Let's take a look here. Where is that little volume there? Hold on 1 second. I want to make sure this is right now. I think I lowered it down. Let's see how it tests. Good thing I checked this out. Because see, I would never know. Hey, Adam. They're so much better now. There, that's so much better. God, I need to start checking my audio levels. I do this all. I'm still new to this. I'm still new to this streaming stuff. You know. Alright, so that's good. I think my audio is good. If you have any questions, comments in the future, if something's too low or too high, please let me know. Put this back in here. We had all kinds of comments coming here. Okay, so going back to number 2, this is my second home that I absolutely love because it sits on almost 2/3 of an acre, 25,000 square feet. And like I said before, an entire city block that usually consists of 10 homes is 50,000 square feet. So this is a half a city block. You can you can have probably 5 football fields in here. This is how big it is. All right, so this one's, let's take a look here. This guy is, like I said, recently reduced in the 400s. We got 5 bedrooms. So this is a big home. We got 5 bedrooms with 3 full baths. So 3 full baths means that it has a shower and a toilet and a sink. A half bath is it only has a sink, okay? A sink and a toilet. Let's go here. Let's take a look at this bad boy. So first off, we have the 3-car garage. It looks like about enough space for a boat, for all your toys, maybe 6 cars. Needs to be power washed, easy fix, maybe cost you about $300. That's why it's so important to get you a good realtor, because the realtors, when they know, and sometimes if we have to pay for it, we'll just get paid later. You know, that's why it's important to have a realtor with a little bit of money too. And he'll just give you his expenses at closing. So we have the stone frontage. We got a little stone here, as you can see, and then we got the brick front, and then we got that country windows, storm windows or whatever. I gotta get the name of that. Who knows? What are the name of this? What's the name of this thing right here? Jesus. Okay. Fake storm shutters or something. So you walk in, it looks like it has high ceilings, but not really high. You walk in to the left, we look like we have the formal dining. We got this nice tile work, but the tile work looks like he used a 12 by 12, which is a square, which is okay, but a lot of times people are not using the the 1 by 1s or 12 inch by 12 inch or 1 foot by 1 foot. They're not using that, but it is what it is. Easily change out. We can put the wood floors here, throughout here. Some people like tile. Who knows? I'm just putting my own 2 cents. This is formal dining. Formal dining. We got some molding here on the top and bottom. This is the kitchen area. The kitchen area is very entertaining, very similar to the house we just looked at. We got the recessed lighting. The fixtures and fans need a little bit of changing out, a little bit of outdated. He has a piano in there, so it looks like it's a big area as well, so it's well laid out. This is the kitchen area. Once again, it's a little thing that you might not pick up, but the granite is not 2-inch thick. It looks like it's about a 1/2 inch or maybe 1 inch thick. And what happens is that it's a cheaper granite. Remember I said we built homes, we built custom homes to rehab them as well. So this is a cheaper granite. Some workarounds are, if you want that bigger look, you could change the edges to a bullnose, just change the edges to a 2-inch and glue that together. It has that same effect, but I'm just letting you know. It does have some undermount seating here, has a double oven, stainless steel appliances. It has that, level 1 granite, nothing to be super excited about, but it's nice for the price. We have carpet along the stairs, which I don't like, but we can always change that. Costs about $1,200 to $2,000. Nice. It has a fireplace, and fireplaces, we don't use them except this time of year, maybe twice. But it looks like it has that gas fireplace, because there goes the key right there. It's nice. Oh, now remember, these curtains, if you don't use us for realtors and you have your own realtor, make sure that they include the non-realty item addendum, because curtains and rods are not a part of real estate, nor are TVs. We had another client. We sold a house and he thought the TVs came with it. I'm like, sir, come on. I'm like, for real? I said, let me pull out the form. Here it goes right here. TVs are not included in real estate, bro. You'd be surprised what we run into in real estate, man. It's crazy. So the master bedroom, I like the way the design is here. It's big and open. It has enough room to add a little couch. And I've been noticing it's been really kind of trending lately. A small love seat goes a long way. And I think because somewhere to sit, it's just really pretty. Have somewhere to sit and add your little living area here in case you have the kids. You want to just close in here. I like when we have access to the pool too as well from the master bedroom. That's amazing. I love that. It doesn't have it on this one though. There goes there. Master bedroom pictures here. Now here goes the bathroom. It has that L-shaped jacuzzi. And jacuzzis, you think you're not going to use them, but they're wonderful. You get in there after a hard day of work. You just get you some wine. Maybe throw in one of those bombs. Oh, you just sit back and just enjoy it. Life is good. And it gets all those muscles. Even if you were just to sit in the hot tub for 5 minutes, just let those muscles decompress. Then you get out, then you join the family, or maybe close the day down, read a good book or something, sit by the pool. And you got a lot of things here. Jack and Jill. We got the frameless. Oh, one thing I do want to mention. It's very important to have a seating area here. A lot of guys don't care, but women have to shave their legs and stuff. And it's great to have a seating area. So if you're rehabbing your property, this is an easy thing to do. In fact, they sell pre-made seats that the carpenter or the towel guy can easily towel in. So this is an easy thing to do if you're going to go ahead and change the towel out. Add the little seating area. You might even add a little other things there too. I'll talk about them later. So his and hers separated. This is the secondary bedrooms. Good. We have a game room here. Game room's real nice. It's okay. It's not like fantastic, but it's good at the price range. Mostly what you're getting here, folks, is the 25,000 square foot lot and the pool area. So this is that outdoor kitchen area. He has his outdoor kitchen here. It's covered. great area here. You got your TV, you got some, maybe the family's over, you got the surround sound going, hot dogs on the grill, fajitas. People are having a great time. Just a great area. Maybe even it has a little bit of drizzle later on. Guess what? Kids don't care about getting wet. They're in the pool. You don't care. You're over there grilling underneath the shed. So you're having a great time. This is that view. This is that big lot view. Just gives you another how big this property is. Wow. Now he has a game room in here, and he even has a little doggy park area for the dog. Now keep in mind, some of this stuff may or may not be a part of real estate. So use the non-realty item addendum and make sure you spell it out in black and white. Because the number one rule in real estate, if it's not written down, then it doesn't exist. Remember that. If it's not written down, it does not exist. That means you need to have it signed. It's clear. Hey, this goes with the purchase. So it goes to the pool area. Now it is above ground, but hey, it works out. Remember, what you're buying on this is the lot. This is 25,000 square foot piece of land. If you want to take this above ground pool out, you can put one in later on. Like I said, about $50,000 for an in-ground one. But hey, this works out. Kids love it. They don't care. I did it. Look at that. So this is another view from an aerial view of the property, where it sits. And so all the neighbors here have a lot of land. At $400,000 range, you can't go wrong. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, so this one's in the 500s, but I think we can get it in the upper 400s. So maybe we'll get it for 490, 480 or something. We can put an offer in, okay? But this is an in-ground pool, and unlike the other one, it's a 3,000 square foot home sitting on a double lot of nearly 11,000 square feet. It has 4 bedrooms with it has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. 3 full baths and 1 half one for like guests or something. Okay, so it's a nice house, 25 minutes away from the Heights. Let's go here. Has a nice stone, big lot, and he did really well. You can always add a little waterfall there. I noticed they've been doing that. Nice stone with the brickwork. We got the shutters here, recently built in. Oh, this is just on the market today. That's why I wanted to show it to you. It just hit the market this morning. Okay, so if you really like this house, you really need to jump on it. But like I said, I think we can get a better price than this. Energy efficient windows, because it was just recently built last year in 2021, or I'm sorry, 2 years ago now, 23. To the left, we have the formal dining. That's formal dining. We've got the wood floors, but I think it looks like wood floors. It looks like wood, but I think that's that tile wood. But we'll have to check on that. Yeah, it's that tile wood. Tile wood, and it looks great, and it's very durable. Unlike wood floors, if you're ever thinking about doing wood floors, the benefits of tile is that it doesn't warp. So it doesn't warp and it doesn't scratch easily. I mean, you have to really it's hard to scratch tile. But wood floors easily scratch, and when it does, it sucks. But anyways, another thing is the humidity in Houston can make the wood bend. So we all been into properties where you've seen the wood and you think it maybe have flood damage. It doesn't have flood damage. It's the humidity that it's in Houston, and I think it's called acclimation. So what happens is that Houston will experience high humidity seasons, and that wood floors is a living species. So from the humidity in the house, it soaks it up. It's like a sponge. It will soak it up, and what happens, that wood expands, and because there's not enough of the edges, like they cut it too close. They thought it was looking nice. They didn't understand. That's when building houses, you have to have experience or go to school, because you just make thousands and thousands and thousands of painstaking work. I mean, you have to do the floors over 2 or 3 times. And this is a lot of things that happen with flippers. They don't understand wood floors. So yeah, you have a certain calculation depending on the humidity of a section, like where the house is located, to how much spacing you need. So yeah, it goes a long way at knowing your stuff. Anyways, we got the kitchen here. It has a big island. I I like the, plain white granite, and then we have a nice two-tone texture over that. Looks really nice. Pretty nice there. Get me some coffee, folks. Let me check the comments. Make see if I have any comments there. Let's see here. Let's see here what I got. Vince. I used to be able to see the comments. I don't know what happened to it now. I'm losing my voice over here talking so much. Events. Okay, it looks like we're doing good anyways. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it going here. So we come over here, that's on the side of the kitchen. Now, I mean, I really like this. I think you can tell just right off the bat, looking at this kitchen design, it looks very, very nice. You can see how the house is so up to date. It really is. It has that clean look. I mean, I could live with this. Yeah, I like it. It has a lot of counter space, and a lot of times you think you don't need all this counter space, but it's great to have. You can put your pies, you can put your turkeys, you can put your plates. People coming over for an event, they know where to put their stuff at. Put it all here. You can line it up, and then when it's ready, people can start serving themselves. And you could be doing the kitchen cooking of this area, but people are still allowed to travel, and walk around here without getting your noise. Because we always, when we're cooking, I know when I'm cooking, I don't want people in my way. Here, nice here, like that. This is a little breakfast nook. So the owners already have moved out, or they started to move out. But this is a big living area. These rods, remember? I mean, I really don't like these curtains, but to each its own. But I'm sure they left them, so I'm sure they'll go with the house. But put that non-royalty item addendum just to make sure, because some owners will be pissed off when we get them down. I get the prices down $50,000 sometimes, and they'll come and take stuff that's not a part of the non-royalty item addendum because they're just salty. They're upset. So, if they did that, and you have non-royalty item addendum, they can't do that. So we got the we got the wood floors, we got the wrought iron staircase, the poles. Let's take a look else here. High ceilings. We got two-tone paint, and you may not notice. You may think this is not two-tone, but it is. They got the glossy white here against the trim, the flat white against for the ceiling, and then we got like an eggshell. Look, that's eggshell Sherwin-Williams. Sherwin-Williams paint is fantastic. A lot of people don't think there's differences in paint, but there is on durability, because if a kid comes by and starts, marking on it, starts coloring on it, somebody puts their greasy hands on it over time. I mean, this is a house. It's going to happen. But what happens with the great paint, you're able to wipe that stuff away. Worst case scenario, you get that Sherwin-Williams cleaner. So it's always good if you can get Sherwin-Williams. If you're deciding to paint your house, it's always good to use Sherwin-Williams. So we got the sink here, his and her granity. I like that. Now it's a big walk-in closet. The carpenter came in, put some more shelving in there. This is why you can see this house is new, built in 21. Look at that. It looks very modern. I think the photographer put this, and that's another reason to have a good photographer. I don't like the way he came down too much, and he could have stepped back a little bit, because it seems like this is a low ceiling, and it's not. It's not just, you see how this looks like a low ceiling, but it's not. It's just the photographer's lens. They need a special lens. I think it's a 70-135 or something, or 80. I forgot. But the special lens that you need when you're doing real estate photography, because it's making the ceiling small, and it's not. It's just because it's bending it a little bit. You can't tell unless you've been in real estate like I have for nearly 20 years. You have a lot of experience. You know exactly what happened, because we hired photographers and they didn't have that expensive lens. So it's secondary bedrooms here, secondary baths, look good. Now we come out to the pool, and that's what's fantastic. He went over and beyond. This property's pool is probably about more like $80,000. He tiled all that. Now this, you may not think that's a lot of tile, folks, but that's a whole lot of tile work. That's a lot of work right here. So we got the swivel pool. We got the infinity edge. We got a pool here so you can put the outdoor kitchen. Look at that. Oh, that's just beautiful. Just sit back. I mean, just imagine there. Look at all. Look where it backs up into the woods. That's fantastic. Let me see if I got a couple of more comments here. Look, I'm just gonna leave that up for you guys and see what you see what you guys think there. That's amazing. Oh man. Wow, look at that. Take a look here. This is interesting. All right, so come here. Hold on 1 second. Something happened with my Houston Heights. It says it's streaming, but I don't see it streaming. Let me check real quick. Man, that's messed up if it's not streaming. Luckily, I'm recording this stuff. Let's just check. It's so interesting. I tell you, like, the technology. Take a look here. Give me a second, folks. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I'm gonna make sure this thing is streaming on my Heights channel. I think it is. I hear myself somewhere else. There. Is this it? Hi. Yeah, that's it right there. Looks like it is. Okay. What happened to mine? I tried to do. Anyways, do that on the next one. So this one's just on the day one, folks. And this one's in the 500s, but I think we can get in upper fours, like 490, 495. That's why it's so important to have a good realtor that knows how to talk with people and negotiate. And remember, there's 2 or 3 times you have to negotiate. And, you know, if you're gonna use your cousin or your aunt or your mom for your realtor, make sure that they hammer away at getting the pricing down. There's 3 times you need to negotiate the price. Okay, that's at negotiations. I'm sorry, when you're negotiating the contract itself. And then you got to do it in a way that's not disrespectful. You know, you got to be smooth about it. You know, you have to learn the art of persuasion, and it goes a long way because they'll get offended sometimes. And of course, they're taking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off, but we have to educate them and show them why, and show them that you're going to close on the deal and make the contract advantageous to them. Since they about 90% of the time they're buying a new home, so they're like, you know, should we go with this contract or this contract? You know? And so what we do is we make our contract look stronger than others so that we can sit on top. Maybe our contract is $10,000, $20,000 cheaper, but we know the seller feels confident that we're going to close. There's a lot of little things we can do, but that we can, you know. So if you're going to use your mom, have them reach out to us so we can train them a little bit better as a real estate agent. We're negotiation experts. Okay, boom. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at that. We looked at that picture, another view here. Now we do have the side jacuzzi, and it is a hot jacuzzi. You have to be careful. Sometimes the pools are not hot. So, you know, people think that. A couple of things to think about when you're buying a pool. Is it chlorine water or is it salt water? And about 90% are chlorine, 10% are salt. If you can get salt, it's way better for your skin. But hey, that's another thing. The secondary thing is that make sure that they have heaters. You want to take a look at the heaters. Then when you do your inspection, you want to have your pool inspection added. A lot of people think that the inspection is a part of the pool is a part of the regular inspection. No, it's not. In fact, you have to add some other things in there like termite inspection. The roof is included. Foundation is included. Plumbing is included. Structural is included. There's another one. Mold inspection is not included. You have to add these in there. Now, this house is new, so you don't have to really worry about it. But, you know, in a flood zone, you would. So we have a lot of flood zones in the Houston Interloop area. Of course, we know what happened multiple times just in the last 10 years. Flood, flood, flood. So if you buy a house, you want to go ahead and do another secondary thing. You want to ask them for the flood certificate. You want to ask them for the elevation certificate that looks like a survey, but it's not. An elevation certificate tells you how high above the sea level are you. You want to make sure it's done the last 5 years. The reason why properties sometimes will go down with time. We've seen them go down a foot in 5 years. Yeah, a foot, you know? So it could be a huge problem. It's just a part of settlement. The ground that the Texas is made out of moves a lot. And that's why we have a lot of foundations on pier and beam. A lot of people think that it's cheap to have a pier and beam. No, it's not. In fact, it's a lot more expensive. And what happens, it gives that extra bonus in case it does go down in one area, the slab doesn't break. Of course, concrete doesn't bend. As soon as it starts moving in one area, it cracks. So what happens in pier and beam, we can adjust the pier. We adjust the pier. It's easy done. We jack it up and put the little adjustments and put it in there. That's the thing. Plus, it stays a lot cooler. But anyways, I'm getting behind the story. So this is another view here, another view of the pool. Just amazing. I love this big backyard because he made the pool, but he left a lot of greenery so that everybody can enjoy the yard. If you have dogs, this is super important. Now you can have an outdoor dog. You can have your little, maybe you have a little Shih Tzu, and then you have your, Great Dane, you have your German Shepherd, you have your Bull Terrier outside in the backyard, have a little dog. He can actually live in their covered area. So you can have an outside big dog that you always wanted, and then you have your, Shih Tzu or Poodle inside the house. And yeah, you can let the German Shepherd in there sometimes. And he goes, here we go here. That's gonna take my top 3 homes. I think I went over my time with them. I got 4 more homes with pools that I really want to show you guys. Okay, now these homes are in the 400s, 500 range. Absolutely amazing. Built in 2019 and above. 20 to 25 minutes from Houston, not really far away, so it's very close. I want to send you the list. Go to pool.homesofheights.com. I'll show you real quick here. Just go to pool.homesofheights.com. There. And then you can download the entire list. You can just fill this out and filter for what price you want. And it'll give you the entire list and it'll email it to you. If not, you can also just hover above here and just download the entire list if you like. Makes it easier. Hope you don't mind, but I'll send you my my little tips about buying a home, tips about selling a home, tips about the neighborhood and community, what's happening in Houston. So I'm always giving value. If you call the office, 9 times out of 10, it'll be me answering for Yvonne, Raquel, Andrew, or Shelly, or Joe. We got a few new agents in now that are going to be helping us because it's starting to pick back up in real estate. We did have that down cycle, but because of interest rates, but interest rates started coming down a bit. We just closed on a few deals in the 5s, even one in the 4s with a buy down. A buy down is where you can buy the rate down. So there's some things you can do to get that rate down, but keep an eye on this. If you're 30 to 40 years old and this is your first or second home, I think the statistics like 90% chance that you're only going to be in this house for less than 5 years, mostly 3 years. Life just happens. Things happen in life. This generation does not stay in the house for 30 years. So you can explore options with a 5-year or a 10-year fixed rate, which will give you that 4 or 5% range that you want. You're not going to stay in the house that long. So it's not, this life happens. 90% of our clients, we've been doing this for almost 20 years, they do not stay in their house for 30 years. They want it just because people tell them they need, but they can get a lot better rate by just going with a 5 or 10-year fix. You're not gonna stay there. So anyways, Alan Jimenez, real estate broker since 2005. I'm born and raised Houston Heights, and I'm showing properties out there and outside the Heights, outside the Houston inner loop, because it's just no longer affordable for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people sometimes are upset, but keep in mind, and I hope that you have an open heart about it, because we're on commission, folks. We do not make any money if we show properties and that people can't afford. We have to sell real estate. So I hope that you sit with us, maybe you like the video, maybe you like what I'm doing. So no realtors doing this. There's no realtors that I know that are doing anything like this. I'm going above and beyond, and I hope that maybe someone sees the hustle that I'm doing here, and maybe they're like, I like this guy. I like what he's doing. He's not sitting on his ass just putting my house on HAR. He's actually trying to get these homes sold. And I need someone like that. I need someone to do some cold calling. I need someone to get the buzz going. That's the goal here. It's not really just to sell these properties, but to show the initiative of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go above and beyond and set a new standard for realtors. And I think that's great being, coming from, a real estate broker. A real estate broker, by the way, has at least, I think, 5 years experience now you need in Texas. And we need at least, 20 closed transactions for each different category: buyer, seller, leases, even commercial now. And we have to do a crazy, and you have to have a 4-year college degree. So it just sets, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but just letting you know the type of person that you'll be working with. I'm highly educated in real estate, and I got a ton of experience to prove it. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, and I'll keep doing more videos like this. I'll see you guys on the next one. Now, how do I close this thing down and get me some more coffee?